geobyte.
Let us take the another question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. A vehicle of mass 200 kg is moving along a level curved road of radius 70 meters with angular velocity of zero point 0.2 radians per second. The centripetal force acting on the vehicle is, the data given is mass 200 kg, the radius of the curved road is 70 meters with angular velocity omega equal to zero point 0.2 radians per second. You are asked to decide the centripetal force. Centripetal force Fc equal to mr omega square. This is the standard formula. Remember this. M is 200 kg. R value 70 omega zero point 0.2 whole square. Okay. It can be also written as 200 into 70 zero point 0.2 square. I can write 0.2 into zero point 0.2. It is equal to 200 into 70 into zero point 0.2 can be written as 1 by 5. Similarly into 1 by 5. Now 5 4 ja 5 8. So it is finally 88 into 70 is equal to 560 newtons. That is the answer. Look at the option A. Option A is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Very simple problem. Okay. Similarly, let us take the another question. It is asking like this. A disk is rolling without slipping on a surface. Okay. The radius of the disk is r. The radius is given as r. At t equal to 0, the topmost point on the disk is A. At t equal to 0, the point on the disk is A, as shown in figure. When the disk completes half of its rotation, by the time the disk is completing half of the rotation, the displacement of point A from its initial position, by the time it is completing half revolution, what is the displacement of the point A on the disk? Okay. For that, look at the point A location after half revolution. This is the point A location, right? After it is completing half of the revolution. Then the distance, the horizontal distance is equal to pi r, and this is the 2r 2r. Now join A with A. You're asked to decide what is the displacement of AA. Okay. For that, look at the resulting line diagram. It is looking like this. This is the A. Let this is the O. This AA you are asked to decide. This is the pi r, and this is the 2 times the radius of the disk. Apply the Pythagoras theorem. AA square is equal to OA square plus, right, this OA square plus again this OA square. 2r whole square plus pi r whole square. Otherwise, For your better understanding, let this is the A dash. A dash. Then A dash square equal to OA dash square plus OA square. Okay. Now that A dash square, A dash whole square equal to, right, 2R whole square means 4R square plus pi square R square. From this A dash is equal to root over 4R square plus pi square R square can be written as R into root over 4 plus pi square. That is the answer. Okay. Now look at the options. Look at the options. Right? Options. So the answer is, right, R into root over 4 plus pi square. That's the displacement. A dash. Look at the options. Look at the options. Option B is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes. Right. Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. Now let us take the another question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. A projectile is projected at 30 degrees from the horizontal with initial velocity 40 meter per second. The velocity of the projectile at 2 seconds from the start of from the starting. A projectile is projecting at 30 degrees from horizontal with initial velocity 40 meter per second. The velocity of the projectile after 2 seconds, right? For that, look at the projectile motion. Here, the projectile is projecting with initial velocity u equal to 40 meter per second. Okay. Then what is the angle of projection? The angle of projection theta equal to 40 meter per second. Okay. This may be the, let us take the location of the, that is the location of the particle after t equal to 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Here the horizontal component of velocity remains constant for a projectile motion. That horizontal component of velocity ux equal to u cos theta. U is how much? 40. Cos 30, right? Cos no, theta, theta is 30 degrees. 1 minute. You should be very careful. Theta is 30 degrees. Theta equal to 30 degrees. Theta equal to 30 degrees. U cos 30. So it is equal to 40. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. It is equal to 20 root 3. 20 root 3 meter per second. 20 root 3 meter per second. Remember, the horizontal component of velocity remains same. Okay. Now, let us decide the vertical component of velocity after after what 2 seconds. The vertical component of velocity after 2 seconds is equal to u sine theta minus gt minus gt. U is how much? Let us write that u value. U equal to 40 sine 30 minus, right, minus gt. G general taken 10. T equal to 2 seconds. It is equal to 40 into 1 by 2. Sine 30 is 1 by 2 minus 20. 40 by 2, 20. 20 minus 20, 0. No vertical component of velocity. No vertical component of velocity means exactly it is at the highest point. At the highest point, no vertical component of velocity. This is the maximum height traveled by the particle. Okay. Now You are asked to decide what is the resulting velocity. Resulting velocity v equal to root over ux square plus uy square. Anyhow, here uy is 0. Then it is equal to root over ux square that is equal to root over 20 root 3 20 root 3 whole square. The square and root part is cancelled. Finally, the answer is 20 root 3 meter per second. That's the answer. Look at the option D. Option D is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes. Then look at the another question. It is asking like this. A projectile fired at 30 degrees to the ground is observed to be at the same height at a time t equal to 3 seconds and 5 seconds after projection. It means by the time the projectile is projecting at 30 degrees with respect to ground means horizontal, it is observed that the height of the particle is same at 3 seconds and 4 seconds. Okay. During its flight, the speed of projection of the projectile is, right? You are asked to decide what is the speed of the projectile. For that, look at the projectile. Projectile is projecting at an angle theta equal to 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Let this is the location of the particle after t equal to 3 seconds. And this may be the location of the particle b after the time equal to 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Here if I mark a horizontal line through A, that must be passing through B, because it is clearly given that the height of the particle after 3 seconds and 5 seconds remain same. HA equal to HB. That is the condition. You are asked to decide at what speed it must be projected. At what speed it must be projected. It is like this. Here the condition is HA equal to HB. Okay. HA equal to U, right? No, vertical component of velocity U sine theta, ut minus half gt square, right? U sine theta t1 minus general formula. Let us write the general formula first. H equal to ut minus half gt square. Here you need to take the vertical component of velocity uy. You need to take the vertical component of velocity uy t. Vertical component of velocity uy equal to u sine theta. U sine theta. It is equal to u sine 30. U sine 30. Right? So here I can write HA equal to HB. HA equal to what? U sine theta into T1 minus half G T1 square equal to U sine theta. Theta remains same. T2 minus half G T2 square. Here HB at T2 equal to 5 seconds. HA at T1 is equal to 3 seconds. U sine 30, because angle of projection is given 30 degrees. Okay. Into T1 3 seconds minus half G10. T1 is 3 square is equal to U sine 30 into T2 5 seconds minus half g phi square. Simplify this part, right? Of course, this g we can write 10. It is u sine 30 1 by 2 into 3 minus it is 5 by 2 into 9. Not 5 by 2, 5 only. Take a minute. You should be very careful. Here 10 by 2 is 5. 5 into 9 is equal to u by 2 into 5 minus 5 into 25. 5 into 25. 5 into 25. 8 minute. I think it is 25. 125. Yes, 125 correct. 125. Okay, 125. Then it is 3 by 2. Otherwise, 8 minute. Otherwise, you can do one thing. You can do one thing. Here it is 8 minute. Here it can be written as u by 2 into 3 minus 10 into 9 by 2 is equal to u by 2 into 5 minus minus 5 square 25 and 10 250 by 2. Now 2 can be cancelled. This 2 can be cancelled. Okay. Now it is becoming 3u minus 90 is equal to 5u minus 250. Okay. From this 5u minus 3u is equal to minus 90 plus 250 or 2u equal to 250 minus 90 160. U equal to 160 by 2 is equal to 80 meter per second. That is the initial velocity of the particle. So answer is the speed of the projectile u equal to 80 meter second inverse. Understood clearly? Yes. Now let us take the another question. Let us take the another question.
Geobyte